Midnight Murmurs viewers. If you're a fan of magical adventures and heroic tales, then you won't want to miss out on Chapter 17 of the first book in this epic 7-book series. Isla and her friends return to Arcanum Academy, where they face new challenges, make new friends, and look towards a bright future for the magical world. Like and subscribe to our channel to join Isla and her friends on their journey and never miss a moment of the action. Midnight Murmurs, where magic comes to life. Book 1, The Secret of the Enchanted Forest. Chapter 17, A New Beginning. The sun was setting on the horizon as Isla and her friends returned to Arcanum Academy. They had just saved the magical world from the clutches of the dark wizards, and the school was about to welcome them back as heroes. As they made their way through the gates, they were greeted by the cheering crowds of students and faculty members. Isla and her friends, Abigail, Max, and Owen, had been through a lot in the past few weeks. They had faced dangerous creatures, solved intricate puzzles, and ultimately defeated the dark wizards who had threatened to destroy the magical world. Now, as they stepped onto the grounds of Arcanum Academy, they knew that a new journey was about to begin. The school was abuzz with excitement as they learned that a new school year was about to begin. Isla and her friends were eager to face new challenges and continue their quest to protect the magical world. They knew that the road ahead was full of obstacles and that they would have to work harder than ever before. As they settled into their dormitories, they were given new assignments and challenges that would test their skills and knowledge. Isla was assigned to research the history of magical creatures, Abigail was given a task to create a new spell, Max was asked to design a magical artifact, and Owen was tasked with solving a complex puzzle. They knew that they had to work together to overcome these challenges and emerge victorious. As they got to work, Isla and her friends met new students at Arcanum Academy and formed new friendships. They learned that they were not alone in their quest to protect the magical world and that there were many others who shared their passion and dedication. They welcomed the new students with open arms and showed them the ropes around the school. Looking towards the future, Isla and her friends discussed their hopes and dreams for the magical world. They realized that they had a responsibility to continue to protect the magical world and to inspire future generations of witches and wizards. Isla and her friends vowed to continue to work together and to remain vigilant in their quest to protect the magical world. As the school year progressed, Isla and her friends faced new challenges, but they emerged stronger and more dedicated than ever. They knew that they had the power to make a difference in the magical world, and they were determined to do just that. With hope and determination, Isla and her friends looked towards the future, ready to face whatever challenges may come their way. As Isla and her friends arrived at Arcanum Academy, they were greeted with cheers and applause. They had just saved the magical world from the dark wizards who threatened to destroy it, and their bravery had earned them the status of heroes. But as the excitement died down, they were faced with a new challenge, the start of a new school year. Their professors wasted no time in giving them new assignments and challenges to test their skills and knowledge. Isla and her friends were determined to excel in their studies, but they also knew that their duty to protect the magical world was far from over. They had to remain vigilant and prepared for any threats that may arise. In the midst of their studies, Isla and her friends made new acquaintances and formed new friendships with students who shared their passion for magic. they learned that they were not alone in their quest to protect the magical world and that there were many others who shared their dedication and determination. As the end of the school year approached, Isla and her friends looked towards the future with hope and determination. They discussed their hopes and dreams for the magical world and realized that they had a responsibility to continue to protect it and to inspire future generations of witches and wizards. They vowed to remain steadfast in their mission and to work together to ensure the safety and well-being of the magical world. Isla and her friends knew that the road ahead would be filled with challenges, but they were confident that they had the knowledge, skills, and determination to overcome them. As they prepared to leave Arcanum Academy, Isla and her friends looked back at their journey with pride and gratitude. They had overcome numerous challenges and had emerged stronger and more dedicated than ever. They were ready to face whatever challenges may come their way, knowing that they had each other and their unwavering commitment to the magical world. As Isla and her friends settled into the new school year at Arcanum Academy, they found themselves surrounded by new faces. There were students from all over the world, each with their own unique magical abilities and talents. One day, Isla and her friends were walking through the courtyard when they saw a group of students practicing a spell they had never seen before. Curious, they approached the group and introduced themselves. The students welcomed them warmly, introducing themselves as a group of transfer students from a wizarding school in France. They had come to Arcanum Academy to expand their knowledge and skills and to participate in the school's various competitions and challenges. Isla and her friends were impressed by their confidence and skill, and they quickly struck up a conversation. They talked about their experiences at their respective schools, and the French students shared stories about their adventures and struggles. As they spoke, Isla and her friends realized that they had much in common with the French students. They were all passionate about protecting the magical world and using their skills to make a difference. They all shared a love for magic and the wonder and excitement it brought to their lives. The French students invited Isla and her friends to join them for lunch, and they spent the afternoon getting to know each other better. They talked about their favorite spells and magical creatures, and they shared tips and tricks for improving their skills. As the weeks went on, Isla and her friends spent more time with the French students, and they formed a close bond. They worked together on projects and assignments, and they cheered each other on during competitions and challenges. Isla and her friends realized that the magical world was much larger than they had ever imagined, and that there were countless other students and wizards who shared their passion and dedication. They felt inspired and energized, knowing that they were not alone in their quest to protect the magical world. As the school year progressed, Isla and her friends continued to make new friends and form new alliances. They worked together to overcome new challenges and to push themselves to new heights of magical achievement. They knew that the future held many unknown challenges and dangers, but they felt confident that together they could face anything that came their way. They had each other, and they had a shared passion for magic and for protecting the magical world. Isla and her friends looked towards the future with hope and determination, knowing that they had a responsibility to continue to protect the magical world and to inspire future generations of witches and wizards. And with each passing day, they grew stronger and more dedicated, ready to face whatever challenges may come their way. As Isla and her friends settled into their new school year at Arcanum Academy, they couldn't help but feel a sense of pride and responsibility. They had proven themselves as capable and brave witches and wizards, and now they were eager to continue their journey in protecting the magical world. Sitting in the great hall one evening, Isla and her friends began to discuss their hopes and dreams for the future. They talked about their desire to learn more powerful spells, to become skilled at potion making, and to explore the world beyond the walls of Arcanum Academy. But their conversation didn't stop there. They began to discuss the challenges facing the magical world, such as the increasing number of dark wizards and the threat of exposure to the non-magical world. They knew that they had a responsibility to continue to protect the magical world and to inspire future generations of witches and wizards. "We can't do this alone," Isla said, looking around at her friends. "We need to work together and inspire others to join us in our mission to protect the magical world." Her friends nodded in agreement. They knew that they had formed a powerful bond during their adventures and that they could accomplish great things together. As the night wore on, Isla and her friends made a vow to continue to work together, to remain vigilant, and to inspire others to join their cause. They knew that the future of the magical world was in their hands, and they were determined to make it a bright one. Over the next few weeks, Isla and her friends threw themselves into their studies, determined to become even stronger and more skilled than they already were. They also made a point to reach out to the new students at Arcanum Academy, eager to make new friends and allies in their mission. And as they looked towards the future, they knew that they were ready to face whatever challenges came their way. They had overcome so much already, and they had emerged stronger and more dedicated than ever. The magical world was in good hands with Isla and her friends leading the way. As the new school year began at Arcanum Academy, Isla and her friends were greeted as heroes. The news of their bravery in stopping the dark wizards had spread throughout the magical world, and they were admired and respected by many. However, they knew that their work was not done, and that new challenges lay ahead. As they began their new assignments and challenges, Isla and her friends quickly realized that they would be facing some tough obstacles. But they were determined to work together and to use their skills and knowledge to overcome anything that came their way. One of the most exciting things about the new school year was meeting new students and making new friends. Isla and her friends were thrilled to learn that they were not alone in their quest to protect the magical world. They found comfort and inspiration in the knowledge that there were others who shared their passion and dedication. As they looked towards the future, Isla and her friends discussed their hopes and dreams for the magical world. They knew that they had a responsibility to continue to protect the magical world and to inspire future generations of witches and wizards. They made a solemn vow to remain vigilant and to work together to face whatever challenges lay ahead. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks turned into months, Isla and her friends grew even stronger and more dedicated. They had overcome so many challenges, and they had emerged victorious every time. They knew that they could face anything together, and they looked towards the future with hope and determination. In the end, Isla and her friends knew that they had accomplished something truly great. They had protected the magical world from harm, and they had inspired others to do the same. They had forged deep and lasting friendships, and they knew that those friendships would last a lifetime. As they walked down the halls of Arcanum Academy, they knew that they were part of something truly special, a community of witches and wizards who were dedicated to protecting the magical world and all that it stood for. And that's a wrap on Chapter 17 of Midnight Murmurs' first book, A New Beginning. Isla and her friends have returned to Arcanum Academy, ready to take on new challenges and make new friends. This chapter is all about fresh starts and looking towards the future with hope and determination. We hope you enjoyed this sneak peek into Isla's world of magic and adventure. If you want to stay up to date with Midnight Murmurs and be the first to know when the next chapter drops, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. And if you haven't already, be sure to check out the previous chapters of Midnight Murmurs on our channel. We guarantee that you won't be able to put it down. Thanks for watching.